All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of The Urban Gardener. I want to thank you all so much for joining with me here today for this episode. If you haven't already, please get down below there, hit that subscribe button, follow along with more garden adventures as we continue growing here on The Urban Gardener. In fact, right next to it, there's a bell. Hit that button to be notified of upcoming episodes when they're uploaded. So all right, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, what that one thing you need to grow a successful garden this year. I've been reflecting over the last couple of seasons on pretty mediocre results and wondering what it is that I was lacking that I had when I was growing really good garden seasons before. What I came to the conclusion of was that what I had was a good garden plan. You know, the what, where, and how of your garden. Now, there are many different ways that you could put together a really good garden plan. To start with, you could go out and get yourself one of those pre-made garden planners that are available online, or you can do what I do and I suggest and get yourself just a good notebook and keep yourself a garden journal. Now this notebook here, I got at the store. It has a cool band here to keep it closed and a cloth bookmark to keep your place. So the first thing you want to do with your garden journal is set some goals. Now for me, for example, I could say I want to grow something I haven't grown before. Or I want to double my tomato production. Or scratch that, my pepper production. Now for you, it could be as simple as, I just want to keep my plants alive, especially if you're a new gardener. Keep it simple. But if you are a seasoned gardener and you've been at this for a while, you might want to challenge yourself a bit in setting your goals. After you've established a set of goals for growing this season, write down a list of all of the things that you would like to grow. Now, I know that we would like to grow everything there is out there, especially when you see all of the pictures from all those seed catalogs that are arriving in the mail recently. But remember, grow the things that you're going to eat. Now, you might want to grow something that you want to try, but keep it mostly to the things that you know that you're going to eat. After you've made a list of all the things that you want to grow, ask yourself, can I grow what I want on my list? Meaning, are you able to grow them based on your climate? What growing zone are you in? Now, you might want to grow avocados. I love avocados, but there's just no way I can grow avocados where I'm gardening. So, you want to be sure that you're looking on your list to be sure that you are growing the things that you know are able to be grown in your climate zone. Again, especially if you're just growing your first garden. But if you are a seasoned gardener, again, you could do and implement some certain tactics in order to extend your gardening zone, thus extending your garden season. Next thing we got to look at is what type of and how much growing space do we have? Now, are you growing in a backyard with a nice, good, squared up plot with plenty of space? Or do you have just a deck that's paved where you're growing in containers? You could be growing in a community garden. Whatever your space is, I suggest that you map it out. Just get down and draw it in your journal so that you can map out exactly where you want to plant your different plants and make sure that you've got enough space. Remember, when you're mapping out from your growing list, think about your crops and the size of the plants are going to be when they're full grown. That way you're thinking about proper plant spacing. You don't want to take like a dozen pepper plants, which are going to grow to be a nice good size, and stuff them into a small 2-foot space in your growing area. They're going to have a hard time growing, competing with each other, growing up, and the root systems growing below. So you want to really think about your plant spacing. But at the same time, you do also want to be efficient and use up all of the space that you can in your garden area, because because the more space you use, the more food you can grow. The more food you can grow, the better harvests you got. So, all right, now that you've started your garden plan and your garden journal, it's time to dig into those seed catalogs or get out to your garden center and purchase some seeds. With that, I want to thank you all for joining me here today on this episode. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything at all, hit me up in that comments section below. I'd love to hear from you all. And don't forget, give this video a big thumbs up, hit the like button, and hit that subscribe button. Follow along with more garden adventures here on The Urban Gardener as we continue growing. I'll see you on the next episode. Get yourself a notebook for to see what I was. Keep yourself a really good garden planter. A planter. Really solid garden plan. You know the who, the who, the what, where, and how. The what, where, and how. The what, where, and how. I totally had it. Seed catalogs that have been on right. That notification to be notified. I really want. Voice is trying to. I should actually get maybe something to drink here. Actually. All right. Yep. In fact, we're gonna do that real quick.